we often tend to view ourselves with certain limitations. And let's be honest, we typically have fear of the unknown. And then most times, if I'm gonna keep it all the way honest, we have certain responsibilities, and we don't want to put those things at risk, because many times, though we're depending on ourselves, we have other individuals that are depending on us too. So I understand that could put some hesitation and definitely stir some limitations, or bring that out so that we won't move on the things that we really want to do. So, but what I often find, as I've talked to individuals, I've helped people guide through their career change, especially if they're changing industries, not just position. We always think that we can't make that because of those limitations and because of that uncomfortability. But, what you really might end up doing is underestimating the potential that you have. And so from the outside world's perspective, there are really endless possibilities to what you could really do and steps you could take to really achieve that goal. So we're going to talk about the shift in perspective here. I'm going to start with a quote from one of our Empower Series speakers. And let me get that, because I do not want to misquote. And I think it's a very powerful quote from Miss Suzan Hart. It said, "Every single one of us is unique. Believe it or not, the world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for us to share our unique message. However, most of us are afraid to, or we don't know how to, or what is it they laugh, or will they laugh at me, or what if they laugh at me? But I want us to consider that the people who you are meant to touch can only be touched by you. The people who you were meant to be the messenger for, you can only be the messenger for those people." Imagine that. So imagine that. There's someone in an arduous situation. There's someone that is needing to hear your story. They're needing to hear your example. They need to know your example. They need to hear the message that you have, and they will never move. They can't move on their dreams. They'll never achieve what they really could because you didn't share what you had to share. I know, sounds like a lot of pressure, and like, why are you putting that on me? But here's the deal, that applies to all of us, myself included. And I'll take a sidebar and just say, being a part of the Empower Series, knowing Clifton, said in a different way, but definitely the spirit of that quote definitely resonated. And I tell you, I found myself moving into spaces, moving into places, doing things that I found uncomfortable, but did that, impacted other people's lives, and definitely fulfilled some goals that I had for myself. So I want to encourage you that as we talk about these things, definitely take it to heart. I would say get comfortable with being uncomfortable, do the things that you don't want to do, and I promise you, you'll make the difference and impact for yourself as well as others. So let's discuss the importance of that quote, I would say. So she perfectly captures like the essence of our potential. And I don't think we sit down and take enough time to really look at our potential, things that we think are ordinary, typical, that we do, that we think, that we feel, that we speak. They're really powerful to others. So never limit that. Understand that your potential, your power is much greater than you always see. It's hard to see the picture when you're in the picture. And many times we think it's just a plain picture, our own picture, or when we think of ourselves, it's just being plain, simple, ordinary, run-of-the-mill. And I promise you, from those who are outside looking in, quite to the contrary. I promise your canvas is vivid, beautiful, interesting, and it's time for you to see it the same way so that you can share it.